CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 4 of Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Last time, we saw the Divination Séance. We saw Albie raising that treasure box above his head. We saw the darkness. Albie's on the verge of getting the death penalty because Albie is apparently too dangerous to be kept alive. Albie and his dark, tainted soul of evil, his black heart of malice. And so now we're defending him. I don't know what happened in the past, but it looks like everyone in this country considers lawyers to be liars. So I can understand if you don't believe me, but I still believe in you and your innocence. So all I have to do is keep believing and find the truth. That's all there is to it. Barb-headed attorney, you continue to amuse me. Though your barbed jabs are proving to be more than mere jokes. Your benevolence, believe me when I say that this attorney will knock your insides out. Insolent, disrespectful attorney, you'll have plenty of time to regret your folly in the Twilight Realm.
Not a wise move, Traveler. Not wise at all. You should have taken the chance I offered you to save your life, but you have made your choice. The Defense Culpability Act will now be applied to this case. And with this verdict, you'll both soon be parting with your heads.
Yeah, just decapitation. Not even something tamer, not even something just more nuanced, like lethal injection. Just outright decapitate the 9-year-old. The souls of the departed speak only the truth, and but give their messages a voice. If you think my insights contain falsehood, I challenge you to prove it. Rafa's insight. Rafa gets no titles, she's just Rafa's insight. Every insight in the game. The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. With the pain, the victim's vision went dark. This is when he lost his life. I still can't believe it. A murder after the morning dance of devotion. These are the victim's experiences just before his death. As the victim's final memories, we can assume that these aren't lies. How do I break this down? Allow me to relieve you of your ignorance, defense. Did you notice the words that appeared in the seance vision? Come to think of it, I did see words like Song of Ceremony and Incense. And Boy's Voice. The victim's final memories are not limited to sight alone. Sight, smell, taste, sound, touch. All is laid bare in the pool of souls. So what Mr. Rohl experienced with his 5 senses appeared in the vision as words, right? Precisely. And by examining these sensations, we can perceive the victim's final moments with unparalleled clarity. Works for me. I can use all the extra information I can get. Now to find a contradiction between her insights and the seance vision. Your benevolence, I ask that you please show me the seance vision again. Very well. Yeah, we can skip this because we already saw it. Wait a minute. Her benevolence said after the morning dance and devotion earlier, didn't she? Isn't that there's something off about that? First, I'll use the left stick to make my way to the insights that seem off. Yes, this is the insight that sounded funny. Now, just carefully compare this insight with the seance vision. If I notice a sensation that seems contradictory, I'll select X with it. This is it. This is the part of the vision that contradicts the insight. Now I just select the sense I think is inconsistent and then present X with it.
Objection!
It was the incense! Wait just a moment. Yes? What is it, Parb Head? You were saying the incident occurred after the morning dance of devotion, right? That's right. What of it? Then isn't it strange that Mr. Rohl could still hear the song of ceremony?
Oh my, you're absolutely right. Obi must have been behind it. He twisted time using his dark magic. His dark magic that he earned from eating babies to make it where it was the morning dance of devotion again.
Is that all that troubles you? Huh? What the victim heard was just a practice run of the Song of Ceremony.
Practice run? What are you talking about?
Mr. Payne, if you would. Certainly, allow me to explain. The incident occurred in the interval between the morning and afternoon dances. During that time, the singers were practicing in the performance hall. Precisely. I was there as well, so I can corroborate this statement.
I see. So what the victim heard was that practice session.
Ugh, there goes my contradiction. Okay, so they were practicing in this performance hall. This performance hall that may or may not exist. That must be the room where Albie and I saw her benevolence dancing.
However, Mr. Payne, I admit one detail troubles me.
Ask away, Your Majesty.
It's a big temple. The performance hall and the treasure room are quite far from each other. Could the song really be heard all the way in the treasure room?
He's right. It's a very big temple. Well, how about Mr. Payne? Your Majesty, have you forgotten? There are speakers in every room of the temple, including the treasure room.
Oh, that's right.
Speakers? For what purpose? Are you serious, Mr. Wright? Have you ever heard of a speaker? I know that you aren't exactly technologically savvy, considering that you've had the same ringtone for over 10 years. But come on, you should know what a speaker is. They're to broadcast the sacred music of the performance hall throughout the temple. That's why the victim could hear the Song of Ceremony in the seance vision. It was the practice run going on in the performance hall, heard over the speakers.
Thank you for your explanation, Your Benevolence. That makes perfect sense, even to a feeble-minded old man like me.
Think nothing of it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please alter your insights for us?
Very well. I think I'm getting the hang of this. If I point out an inconsistency, she'll update her insights accordingly. So if I keep pointing things out, maybe I can knock all of her insights out after all. I'd better find another inconsistency, no matter how small. It's a bit hard to focus on the insights with the sound vision going on. I'll try using the pause to temporarily stop the vision. There! I paused the vision. I wonder how that works. How is Phoenix pausing the vision, considering that basically it's not like a VHS tape? I think I can use A and Y to jump to different parts of the vision. I'll try moving the Matama mark to the flashing red panel here. Oh, come on. Okay. Now that I know how to get around in the seance vision, it's time to find the inconsistency between the insights and the vision. Yeah, basically that it was dark.
Objection!
There's an inconsistency between this insight and this victim's memories. An inconsistency, you say? And where exactly do you see this supposed inconsistency?
Yes, defendant, please be specific.
Well, I don't know how specific I can be exactly, but I just get the vague feeling that something doesn't quite add up, you know?
No, I don't know, but I do know you're skating on thin ice, defendant. By your leave, your benevolence.
Do it!
Penalty!
Act like it's just Order 66. Do it. Execute the penalty. Ugh. And here I thought I was skating so gracefully on that ice too. I'm pretty sure this is the inside that's off. But I guess I better take another look at the sensation. Which sensation I point to. Okay. No, no, no. Okay. Great, I'm having a brain fart here. Can't believe I'm having a brain fart, a freaking brain fart on this. Okay. Freaking having a brain fart. Why does this happen with me and my brain farts? I knew this was gonna happen sooner or later. I didn't think it was gonna happen the second one. Curse me and my tendency to overthink things. Okay, this is a little embarrassing. Yeah, so you're well, like, I'm overthinking things.
Objection!
Skate on that ice gracefully. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna consult. I'm not gonna do a freaking consult where it's like, oh, you suck at this. You suck. You don't know what to consult. Get out of here, you consulting consulter. I'm not consulting. I know that it has to be this one. I know it has to be this one. Somewhere it has to be this. should be the fact that he didn't die instantaneously. We basically, the sounds would not be lingering. And it would not be lingering if basically, they would not be lingering if basically the victim died instantaneously. Yeah, that's one thing about this game, where basically it tends to get a little bit specific, where you have it where just it can be exactly, is this it?
Objection!
Okay, I think I'm just doing the wrong one. Oh, I think I had the wrong one selected. I'm gonna get Raven! Raven's gonna destroy me! I'm doing it the Phoenix right way! Okay. This should be it!
Objection!
What the heck?
I've heard enough. This trial need not be trying longer. The defense have failed to count the charges filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defendant. Now then, this court finds the accused, Albie Brigade, and his defender, Phoenix Wright.
I know what I'm doing! I know what I'm doing! I know the thing! He did not die instantaneously! Okay, I'm freaking out here. I know what went on in this case. I know what went on in this case. Or maybe it was the one before. Maybe that's the one where... No! I did not mean to do that! No, I did not mean to do that either! Yes, I want to go back. Okay.
Objection!
Yeah, you guys like pain! You have to select the pain to say, hey, he didn't die instantaneously. It's not the other senses. No, it couldn't possibly be one of them. No, because that would make sense. It's meat on the bone all over again. Meat on the freaking bone. Of course, as anyone with eyes can see. Well, pardon me, but I must disagree. What? Your benevolence. Please take another look at the exact moment the victim felt pain. Oh. Everything goes black, and then only after that the victim feels pain. Inconceivable. Yeah, we just can't say, hey, the victim had some lingering feelings. This places the order of events at odds with what you say happened. My word!
Palooka! Your benevolence! What's the meaning of this?
I cannot be wrong! My insights are beyond fallacy!
Well, if what the defense say is true, this is a very great matter indeed. Please forgive me, your benevolence, but I'm afraid this contradiction is something we simply cannot ignore.
Now, let's not be too hasty, your majesty. I think I can clear this up.
You have something to add, Mr. Payne?
1,000 apologies. It seems the prosecution has failed to make one tiny thing clear. And that would be... On the day of the incident, there was a power outage, a blackout in one part of the temple. And as I recall, the crime scene was in that sector. The power outage must be why the victim's field of vision went dark. I apologize for neglecting to tell the court this detail. I'm afraid it slipped my mind. Or rather, you knew all along and are only letting it slip now that it's convenient, Payne. The power outage knocked out both the lights and the speakers. Oh, there was a blackout there, was there? Well now, that explains everything, does it not?
What do you mean, your benevolence? Please, share your thoughts with us, if you would.
The blackout occurred when the accused and the victim were faced with one another. Fearing that the victim would flee under the cover of darkness, the accused swiftly brought his weapon down on the victim's head. Yeah, though with how they're paying Albie, basically, Albie would not need to worry about Rohl fleeing from him. Albie would have just teleported. Albie would have teleported in front of him like something out of a horror game.
I see, that makes perfect sense, your benevolence.
So the victim was struck after the lights went out. The depths of your insight is awe-inspiring, your benevolence. Give her a hand, everyone.
Well done! Long may you live and prosper!
Hey, I want to live long and prosper too. Enough applause. You flatter me.
Now your benevolence, in light of this new information.
Yes, of course. I will alter my insight. So much for my inconsistency. At least I was able to draw out some new info. And with that new info comes a chance to find new inconsistencies. Now to compare the insights with the vision again and see what else I can dig up. Yeah, I have never been too... Well, I like the concept of the Divination Séances. It's so easy to overthink things. Okay, for this one, I believe that it's a thing of just, oh hey, there was a power outage, so how could the speakers happen? Okay.
Objection!
Yes, I finally found it! This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of currentism.
Defense! Watch what you say! If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind.
It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums. But maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. What malarkey? I believe you said a few moments ago. that the victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers. But then, how do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went out? Oh! This contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Rohl heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible!
What are you saying? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation.
But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall.
Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless... You mean to say? Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else, somewhere closer to the performance hall. What?
You can't be serious.
There's a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined. What? No.
This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights? Unbelievable!
Heed not this his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind.
But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to this. This man is my new god. He has vanquished you.
But the defense's assertion in the end is meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen at the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right here in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insight still stands. I hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still makes the situation look pretty grim for Albie. I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why. The accused has hands up over his head. Well, this defense dares to dream of making it out of this nightmare alive. You what? You still insist on trying to tear down my insights? Do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find you are just wagging it? Of course I can back up my claim, just as soon as I can think of something.
You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of the court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim, as long as you're willing to stake your life on it.
I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop. Now I just can't imagine they actually do have tongue shears, just right in the back somewhere, just in case something like this happens. Chop, chop.
Yes, let's have the bailiff fetch them. I think I saw a sumo bear in the basement. Chop, chop. Rusty ones at that. And dull.
Stop, stop. I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one.
Yikes, these people are actually serious.
I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think. Other than try to raise a weapon, why would Albie have held his hands up like that? Guns! The ultimate weakness of Albie! Ah, so that's why. The reason the defendant had his hands held up over his head can be explained by something in this crime photo.
What explains why
Albie has hands above his head? The bloody hand! The scroll.
Take that!
As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? Where did you see that?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest. All 20 of them!
Oh, are you saying that the monster is weak to gunfire?
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie, and that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. But the Pooka! Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible! It can't be! Yeah, just gotta love how Raven, she passes out and then she immediately just jumps right back up. Not bad for a total knockout.
How dare that lawyer devil go up against her benevolence?
He's no better than that traitor Snake Dirk. Traitorous snake? Dirk? Who's that? No, I can't believe it. A contradiction in one of my insights? There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it. That's right, your benevolence, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately for lese majesty.
What? Yeah, you said it. Throw him in jail. Yes, make him pay for the way you disrespect our benevolence.
These people are definitely not my fans right now.
That's right, exterminate him. Peace! Give me peace! I said peace! Now, everyone, please calm down!
Is he? Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney a suitable punishment.
No, I can't charge him with lese majesty.
What? What? But why not, your Majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused.
Yeah, meanwhile, this was back in Phoenix's standard courtroom. The judge, you know darn well that he would assign a penalty for less.
There's nothing unlawful about that.
But your Majesty, don't you want to wrap up this trial quickly? Why not just give your verdict? Then you can go home and make it up to your wife.
We can't end the trial now, not when we just learned new information about the case.
What? Your Majesty, not you too! You would honestly entertain the idea that my insights contain a contradiction? We'll answer that in the next episode, because I think that now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a good viewer, and I hope you come back for the next week. Like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, see you next time. Bye.